Yeah, I'm making this YouTube video to give y'all a little bit of information that I believe the Ruach HaKodesh showed me. And when you hear it, you're going to be like, that should have dawned on me too. I mean, it's going to be so simple, it's right in front of your face. But you remember you see videos about the rapture and everybody says, no man knows the day or the hour, no man knows the day or the hour. Well, and I went over it in my other videos, that has nothing to do with the rapture. Okay? That's when heaven and earth passes away. But let me read you a passage of scripture from the Bible, and you see if you can figure out where I'm going without me explaining it. Let's see if you can see where I'm going. Okay? It's in Revelation 20, 11 through 14. Revelation 20, 11 through 14. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of these things which were written in the books according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and the dead and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. Now, let's go back and read this verse now. Matthew 24, 35 through 36. Matthew 24, 35 through 36. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of the day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So verse 35 says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. You can find that in Matthew 24, 35 through 36. Everybody knows that one. That's what they always say about the rapture. Revelation 21:1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. Okay? Now read it again. Revelation 21:1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. Well, in case you missed what I was trying to say, or you didn't see what I was going at, I'll give you a summary. Heaven and earth passing away is after the great white throne judgment. That's because only the Father knows when he's going to get done with his court. Okay, that's why he can't say when heaven and earth's going to pass away, because he don't know how long it's going to take to go through over billions and billions of people. You know how long court lasts when you go to court here on earth? You can be in court like an hour, 2 hours. Okay, figure 2 hours times what? 10, 12 billion people, 20 billion people for the whole population of the whole planet that were ever made. Everybody, all dead, everybody. From the beginning of earth all the way through until the great white throne judgment. That's after the 1,000-year millennium kingdom too. You got all those people that died in the 1,000 years millennium kingdom. You got all those people. Okay? The great white throne judgment is what? A judgment. You're in court. Court isn't over until the judge decides. That's why you see Yeshua saying in verse 36, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. Angels don't know when God's going to get done judging the earth. only the judge of the whole earth knows when he's going to get done judging the whole earth. Boom. You see what I'm saying? That's heaven and earth passing away. It has nothing to do with rapture. It's judgment. And it happens at the great white throne judgment. Because in verse 21, after verse 20 talks about great white throne judgment. Then verse 21 talks about heaven and earth passing away. Hello? That's just one thing I seen, okay? I'm going to do a couple little short videos because I don't want to overwhelm you with a big long one, okay? But that's one. And then I'm going to make another video probably later on in the week. And then I got something interesting I'm looking into that's going to, like, I don't know, it's an in-depth study, and it's going to be a little complicated, so it's going to take me a minute to figure it out and put it together the way I want to present it. But this is going to be a huge revelation. I mean, huge. Okay, something big's coming, and I'm going to go into it more in detail after I verify and do some fact checking before I say anything, because I don't like to say anything. I'm not going to get on camera, record myself if I don't think I'm telling the truth about what I'm saying. Okay, just know and understand that. Okay. Well, anyway, y'all have a good night, but I just want to point that out. Heaven and earth passes away is after the great white throne judgment. Okay, that's why Jesus said, or Yeshua said, in Matthew 24, verse 36, but at that day and hour no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only, because he's the only one that knows when his court is going to be over with. Okay, y'all have a good night.